I'm not going home and like crying about a bad gig. If I only have one bed, I would give you the bed and I would sleep on the couch. She's not a DJ, da, da, da. If I get bored, no one's gonna have fun. Elif can do it, you can do it. Also have a therapist and I can be not very likable. How long it has been? Did we already pass 1 hour?
Oh. I don't know how we're recording this podcast because 2 days ago we had a blast at the festival. I woke up a few hours ago, but we did it with Elif. Thank you so much for coming to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
We met a few days ago at the festival Rasa, and I don't remember have we ever met. One time I think I came at Lighting in the Bottle. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I maybe you didn't remember me because I was staying behind you. It was I don't know, like 30 people also behind you, except I mean in me as well. But
The day party or the night party?
no, it was Lighting in the Bottle, the Boogie stage last
the day
year.
Party, okay.
Yeah, the day party, right?
Yeah,
You
because
played?
I played 2 shows there. I played that night also.
Oh, busy,
Yeah.
busy. How was your flight to Los Angeles? From where you came to?
I came from SXM and I actually missed my connection in Florida. So I had to stay at a friend's house in Miami and caught the next flight in the morning. So it was a bit of a bumpy ride, but yeah, I made it.
No, it's so cool. I saw your post about this. It was a festival, right?
Yeah.
Where it was?
SXM. It's in the Caribbean. It's like an island. Half of it is Holland. The other half is France.
Sounds very
it's like a cute island, and I've been to that festival like 7 years ago as like not a DJ.
Yeah.
So it was really like special for me to go back to play there.
It was your first time playing there?
Yeah, first time playing.
You like it?
Yeah.
Oh, so cool. I still waiting my travel documents to start going out of America because I really feel that Europe is a different sound, and I would love to play there and see like a different crowd. I love America, of course, but you need something different, the vibe and
yeah,
stuff
of course,
like
but it's also not too bad to like build a solid fan base here in the US before starting to travel, so don't worry. I also waited a lot for papers and it's always been a struggle in my life. So I understand you, and you also feel like kind of missing out because the only thing you're missing is like your nationality and your passport. And it's unfair, but also maybe use that time because when you have the papers, maybe you're going to travel a lot and you're not going to be able to produce or you're not going to be able to be at home.
Do something. Yeah.
So enjoy this moment, you know.
I've never thought about it, honestly. No, I was thinking that like the first few years, I was thinking more about that I cannot back home, but right now, like everything that's going on, I'm thinking just that I cannot play out.
We have a podcast, and if you travel every weekend, you cannot.
Agree. So we just
this, you know? So if you cannot do one thing, you strengthen the other thing, you know.
I'm never thinking about it. It's a good positive mindset. What does it mean, Elif?
My name,
yes.
Elif, is the first letter of the Arabic alphabet, and it's only a name in Turkey. It's not a name in any like Middle Eastern country. It's just a Turkish name, and it's a super common name.
Do you like your name?
I like my name.
Have you ever when you thinking about your DJ name, have you think to find like something different, to choose something different?
I wish I chose something different. Like I really like my name, but I don't like how it looks in the posters because it's so tiny, like the L and I and F, like super tiny letters.
Yeah.
So I don't like it's always difficult to find in the posters, and I'm like, I wish I had a name with some M or O or A, you know, like kind of bigger.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing, but yeah, I like phonetically, I really love it.
Because I'm thinking opposite, because when I saw your deck that your manager sent to me, and maybe the font was super cool, and I saw like your font and your name, like
the logo is nice.
So cool.
And the logo is nice, but when you write it like with any other typeface other than my logo, it's really thin.
But I think all of the artists, they're a little bit overthinking about, you know, like about what are you doing, like 100%. How you're playing, like, and stuff like that. Elif, tell me how started your music journey? Like from which year you realized that music is a part of your life?
I mean, music has always been part of my life, like the biggest cliche. But yeah, before DJing, I had a blog, and I was like mainly going to festivals
We
and
know about it.
clubs.
Burak already told in the last episode that you had like a travel blog, right?
Not just travel, but like when I was traveling, I was going to like festivals, and I was like discovering cities. So I was like really into music. Like my travels were motivated by music. I was going to see a band or like I don't know, a festival, and then I was also managing an indie rock band.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I was like kind of helping them with my network, and I really love their music and I wanted to support them. It's actually kind of similar to what I'm doing now with the label. So, yeah. And yeah, at some point I was a bit getting tired of just like working with a lot of brands and like promoting some products that I didn't even pay for myself. And I was like, why am I doing this? And I was around 30 years old, and I said, okay, I have enough savings that I can maybe try to like follow my passion, which is like playing music. I started a little bit like mixing, let's say. I was like making mixtapes from home and everything. And also because I had some sort of like network in Istanbul, because I was going up to all these parties and I knew the promoters and I was like in the scene, even if I wasn't a DJ. It wasn't very difficult for me to like start playing in Istanbul, and I became like a resident in Klein. And
it wasn't hard, right?
No, it wasn't hard. No, it was easy. No, because I knew it's also important to have a network, and I already had the network because I was like kind of like a music journalist in a way.
Yeah.
And then I got onto the other side, and because I knew the people, and it took time for people to trust me. Of course, a lot of people had a lot of like prejudice. They were like, no, like she's not a DJ, of course.
So you had this
of course, as a woman in Turkey, I mean,
nice.
of course you have it, but yeah, then you just have to be extra good, because then they cannot say anything. They can assume you're bad, and then they watch you and they're like, okay, she's not bad, I shut up. So you have to be extra good, but that's it. I think it's a good motivation also.
How long you prove to the people that you're a
I
good
didn't
artist?
like try to prove, but I think it happens when you start playing abroad, and when you start playing like some big shows. People are like, okay, now maybe I accept that.
Okay, we accept that she's an artist.
Yeah, I think men don't go through this a lot, but it happens more to women, especially like if you're, I don't know, if you're good looking. I'm not saying I am. I didn't have a problem with this, but I'm sure people are probably telling you, because you're such a cute girl, you're getting bookings. I'm sure you're getting
I got
that,
some comments about that. It's easy to be a DJ when you are like cute and you have boobs, like this kind of comments. But I'm like, I think I don't have.
I was also checking, not enough at least. No, I don't think boobs are necessary.
No, I love it. I don't need more.
No. I also love it, but I also don't think boobs are
comfortable.
necessary for DJing.
Yeah, especially I'm always dancing and I like to jumping, so I love my body. But I know a lot of cute guys as well, like as a DJ, so or whatever.
Yeah.
What is it to be? So you mentioned to be a woman from Turkey. What is it to be like a girl from Turkey, to be a DJ, which is like came from Turkey, or to playing in Turkey? Is it like some special? How right to say? People like leave not like comments. They just like how right to say? It's like my English, is sometimes hard to explain. For example, I'm Tatar. I'm from Muslim family. But I'm not playing in Tatarstan. I'm not playing for my friends in my republic. I'm playing here, and people are very like open and like mind free for that. So what about Turkey?
No, Turkey is the same. Like the people who listen to this kind of music and go to events, they're super open and they're amazing, and it's like one of the best crowds to play. I don't know if it's because I'm from there, but I also have like similar feeling about other Middle Eastern countries. like Israel or Lebanon. Like I could never play to Egyptian people in Egypt, but I'm hearing from a lot of like colleagues that Egyptians are also amazing crowd. And yeah, so I think it's also, I think Latins have it too. I think it's a bit of like this warm blood that makes you a good crowd, you know. And Istanbul is like, even when before I DJ, when I was growing up, like we had so many events in the same night. You have like really good DJs, really good bands. I grew up with like going to tons of concerts and events. So like the people are also educated.
Yeah.
And of course there is like super conservative and not open-minded people in Turkey, but there's also really open-minded and amazing people who know how to have fun, and they're just like very passionate. And for me it's always fun to play in Turkey.
Which city or which country you feel the most fits like your style of music, that when you're coming, like people like truly understand you 100% what are you playing and your mood? Is it Turkey or Barcelona?
Not just Turkey. I have that in Barcelona. Like I'm playing this amazing club where the majority of the crowd is from Argentina. And I think it's one of the best crowds, even though I never played in Argentina. I went to a lot of events there, and I think it's they know the music, and they have a really good culture of raving. And Berlin is always like they also know how to party. I love Amsterdam, Belgium. These are also like, also in Amsterdam and Belgium you have like a huge range of age in the crowd. Like you have also older people like going to parties, and they don't stop having fun, and they come with their kids sometimes, and I really like that. And also I love to play in New York. I play a lot in New York. Like some people think I live there. I also play a lot in the West Coast, in San Francisco and LA. And mostly when I first started playing in this part of the world, it was a lot of Turkish people coming to the shows. And they bring their friends. And I also owe it to the Turkish community, because now a lot of Turks living abroad.
You feel the support from you.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
It's so cool, because like not like the fan base, I mean more support, and your community, it's so important to.
But they're also like really proud, and they want to come support you. Like the friend I'm staying here right now, I know her because she was coming to my shows, and one day like, hey, when you come to San Francisco you can stay with me. And I was staying with her in San Francisco. Now she moved to LA, so now I stay with her in LA. And I have like friends like this all over the world, not just Turkish people, but also Turkish people. They're really proud to have someone like a Turkish person playing, and they also feel more connected, you know. And we also have a hospitality in our culture, so they also want to host you, they want to show you around.
Tell me,
it's
what
really
is
nice.
it? What is it? The Turkish hospitality? It's to bring tea. It's like some cookies on the table.
It's not just food, you know. It's like if you come to stay in my house, and if I only have one bed, I would give you the bed, and I would sleep on the couch. This is Turkish hospitality. Or if I have like just one bread, I would share it with you. I wouldn't eat it myself. And we like to give, we like to feed, we like to make our guests comfortable, we like to show our culture. And
when you're saying me about your like culture special thing, I start to remember these like words about your label, and about you, like description about you, that you always like want to bring it like a community, you want to share that, that you want to give, you want to like share it with the people. And when I read your deck, it's a lot of thing about like this kind of like feeling or your action, that you want to share, that you want to have a community, that you want to build a connection with the people. And I think this is like the influence of the Turkish culture on you, that you want to like bring it together, or sharing and stuff like that.
Could be. I never thought of it like that, but yeah, could be.
Because I think that we have the same type of hospitality as well. Because like, for example, if you're coming, not just Tatar, Russian too, if you're coming as a guest to our house, everything that we have in the fridge going to the table. If you want to stay, if you don't want to go sleep at home, you always like, we bring your pajamas and stuff like that. So we are like very, very open for that. It's interesting. I know that you start your label.
Yes.
I don't want to make a mistake, so I just want to give this chance to Elif to tell the name of your label.
Okay, it's called it's called Marginalia.
Marginalia.
Yes.
Very beautiful. Elif, tell us, what does it mean? From where it came, this name?
I was like, I always had an idea of opening a label, but it was kind of a far-fetched idea. Then, like around 1.5 years ago, with an old partner, we were like, okay, maybe we can bring our forces together and we can do it. And then at the end, we decided not to do it together. But then I was too far in. Like I already promised people, like, hey, I'm gonna sign your music, da da da. So I find myself opening a label by myself, which I was not thinking of doing. But then I thought, okay, this is something that makes me uncomfortable and scared. So I should
do it by yourself.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, how am I going to name this label? And I was just thinking of like a very special name. And like I randomly saw like a Twitter thread about like Marginalia from an art account that I was following, and it was explaining what Marginalia is. And then when I read it, I was like, okay, like this concept works amazing with what I'm trying to create. I saw like one sentence that was like, okay, this is exactly what I want to do. Like the sentence was something like give space to the like human creativity, like, and because Marginalia means, it's like a Latin word. It's you know, in the old books, like in the Middle Ages, when people were like writing the books and there were like these margins on the sides of the books, like
on
these
the right side,
like, like these empty space. So Marginalia is like an art form that's like people were doodling in that empty spaces.
Wow.
And they were either like reading and writing a comment, or they were like just like drawing like crazy stuff, like human, animal, creatures. And I was like, okay, this is Marginalia, and this is also a really nice concept for the artworks, because I can also use this in our artworks. And also, you know, like these margins, it's not like the main book, but it's something on the side, and it's yeah. So I thought this would be the perfect name, and I was a bit like, okay, but marginal could mean something a bit like negative, especially in like Spanish speaking countries. But then also, like, you know, we also use badass like a good thing. So you actually you can actually say, okay, I'm being marginal is not a bad thing. Like being different is okay. So
no, you just bring your own like vision and meaningful to this. I check, honestly, you just say right now about the artwork. It's like the handwriting, like animals or something like that. Very
the crazy figures.
Yeah, it's bright, colorful, but not like too much, you know, like very pastel colors, but still colorful.
Like my colors.
That's what I want to talk about as well, because I listen a few times your set, and I'm listening your music. Your music is like a melodic house progressive. It's pretty like serious nighttime music, but the colors that you bring, the colors that you use for your artwork, like your outfits, how you playing, like very colorful. It's, for me, it's different than the music that you are playing, and I think it's cool.
I actually have like two moods, let's say. I also sometimes just wear super black. Maybe you've seen me in festivals.
I've never seen you in black.
Because maybe you never saw me in a nightclub. Like if I'm playing in a nightclub, sometimes it's just like I even wear a hat. You don't see my face.
Sunglasses.
I just
and
have
hiding
like
from the
a
fence.
Black t-shirt, and I play like that. And maybe I play also darker and like more, I don't know, edgy music, let's say. And sometimes when I play like more outdoors or in a festival, I can also like change a bit like the sound of music I play, even though in both sets you would find like, okay, this is Elif.
But you can recognize your style.
You can recognize, but I can like play a like happier, groovier set, or like a darker, dirtier set, basically. And I can also dress both ways, but it doesn't mean that if I'm dressing colorful, I'm gonna play happy. No, it doesn't.
No, but she's not gonna play any happy music.
Yeah, but guys, sometimes I'm like, okay, today I feel like this, today I feel like this, and I allow myself to enjoy both. Also, in my music, I'm not trying to stick to just one type of music because I would get bored. And if I get bored, no one's gonna have fun. So I need to first keep myself entertained and then like share it with the people. So I play whatever I like, whatever I think it's cool and it works at that moment. And it's not necessarily just one sound or one genre. I think maybe it would be like marketing wise smarter to just stick to one genre so people know what to expect. But I actually want people to like be a bit more open and explore what I play.
So I didn't have like such a big experience as you had, but I'm learning uh, from my experience and stuff like that, because like a few years ago some random guy just told me that I have to keep one style from like that people can recognize me as an artist, not just like jumping from genre to genre. And I said like I cannot stay in one style because
but
I'm
also
boring,
being
as you
eclectic
said. I'm
could be
boring.
your style, you know. So
I'm boring, but the last time I was just like realized that I just have to, as you said, like to have the vibe, the style of me. But you can jump from, I don't know, like bass music to house to stuff like that, but still represent like me as Leisan. Like that's because like I'm Tatar, but I always saying that I love Latino music. I love Latina's melodies. I'm always bring some like tech house, like Latina vocals. I love it so much, and but I still can play some track from melodic house or like bass music or like house stuff like that. So I'm just learning it to not to have a cliche of the people that they're saying about the style and stuff like that. Um, Tell me also about your label. How many years it exists? It's like
I
one
opened
year?
it like in September.
Last year.
It's not even 1 year yet.
It's a small baby.
Yeah, it's a baby. I think we're coming out now with the seventh release. This Friday, I think.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! What they released this Friday?
Sorry.
What kind of release of on this Friday?
I have a friend
yours?
I had this guy. I had his music since 2022. And like he
Sometimes it
just
happens.
patiently waited for me and we got a really nice remix. It's from Tanvin. It's a Canadian artist. He lives in Miami. He's a good friend. And the remixer is Icon. He's Ukrainian, I think.
Never heard.
Amazing. You should check him out.
So the guy, he sent the track in 2022 to you.
I've been playing it and then
and he's
and
waiting
then
for.
I didn't release it at the very beginning. I wanted the label also to grow a little bit, and it also depends
to bring more attention
from like the remixers, and I wanted to like have a really strong remix for his track, and Icon accepted, and it has to work with everyone's release schedules also. So now it's seeing Day of Light, but I've been playing the track for some time now.
I don't know, a lot of girls who are have their own label, and I think it's completely different world, because you right now responsible not just for yourself, you're responsible for the other artists who are like signing contracts, signing tracks with your label, and it's kind of a different type of responsibility. Are you scared or not yet? No, not already.
Why would I be scared?
I don't know, like, because I think that this is a
hello.
Because this is a completely different type. It's not like DJing for yourself or producing for yourself. You like have a responsibility for other artists, or like you're completely confident with that.
I'm confident because I think I'm delivering what I promised. Like I am doing everything in my hands to support and make the music of these talented people known. And until now, we had very good feedback also from the artists.
Yeah.
And they're very happy. They're really like thinking I'm very professional, which is nice. I'm a bit like obsessed about having like certain orders. So like the artists who have already released, they're already for 2025 sending new demos, and they want to release again, which makes me really happy.
how you choose the tracks, how people can, maybe if someone watching us and they wanna send you some demos, how they can apply that.
Yeah, it's easy. Like I share the demo address everywhere, so they can just send me a demo. I listen to everything personally. Yes, and I write feedback, or even if it's a no, I write simply like.
How many demos per month you got from people?
It's a lot.
Really?
I wasn't expecting this much, to be honest.
For example, how many?
I have no idea, but it's a lot. Like it's taking a lot of my time, but I'm also discovering new artists and yeah.
Anyway, we're waiting. We're listening for the music for like our sets, and I mean, you technically can listen this music, like can listen the demos and take some demos for you to play as well.
Yeah, of course.
And
Like
releasing
if
support
like
artists.
if you send me a demo, you need to send a like preferably like a private SoundCloud link with download enabled.
Yeah.
Because I don't decide on the moment I listen. I need to play and see. So I need to be able to download it.
So what the future you see for your label? Do you want to make like festival or maybe
festival? I don't know, but I want to start making showcases for sure. We'll start slow, but yeah, I didn't even imagine having a label. So I for sure, like it's the way to go. I want to make events, but I never organized an event.
I don't know how you're gonna make an event. You travel.
I'm not gonna do it myself, but like I have a team.
So
I have an amazing team, and yeah, I'm sure. I'm just like building a little bit more the brand, but maybe off Sonar, maybe Amsterdam dance event. Slowly, I want to start with some showcases also, like. Because all these artists that I'm signing, like most of them are not traveling to play music. Some of them are like playing in their cities,
yes,
but they're mostly in their studios. And not everybody wants to tour and DJ, of course. But I also wanna like show that these people are good DJs and they can play music. And yeah.
You really travel a lot. I'm always seeing your posts that you play there, you play there, you play there. So you have Tomorrowland, you have like so many festivals and party, like I know playing for Mixmag, which is the biggest festival that you play also?
Probably Tomorrowland and Coachella.
Coachella. I mean, like
Fusion is huge. Yeah, Fusion is also really big.
When the people are asking me which is like my goal festival, I'm always saying like Tomorrowland. So I'm just wondering, when you already played at Tomorrowland with a black coffee, right? Like some events for...
No, not with black coffee.
But I mean, like
I'm doing the, you know, black coffee as a residency in Ibiza, and
Damien Lazarus as well.
Yeah, so I play with Damien Lazarus, but in the black coffee's night.
I'm just wondering, do you have any like also dream events, dream festivals in your head that you want to play but you never played yet?
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of parties and events and festivals I want to play, and I haven't played yet. Like, there's millions. There's a lot.
I'm just thinking, like, exists something more than, like, hiibiza and Tomorrowland and Coachella, like, something bigger.
I mean, it's not just... Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, these were super epic experiences. But also, it's nice to, you know, like, have sometimes that, sometimes another show, and not just these. And also, it's good to still... hope to play something slowly and not just have everything.
Do you have something in your head that you want to play, like some festivals that you never played before?
I mean, I'm really looking forward to playing in Brazil. That was like, because I've also never been to Brazil.
Oh my God, I love Brazil.
And I was like really hoping to play there, and now I have like 2 shows coming up, and it's really exciting.
Oh, you're going?
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh, nice. When?
End of April.
Okay.
April, yeah.
So people who live in Brazil, they have a chance to listen to you. No, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Because Brazil is... I don't know what's going on with electronic music in Brazil. I don't know like what type of music is popular there, or...
I don't know, but I release a lot of Brazilian artists in my label.
Nice.
Yeah. I release Argentinians. I also want to play there. I've been there a lot of times, but never played there. So that's something like, okay, I want to play in Argentina, you know? Yeah, I have these things, of course. Many.
I would love to go to Brazil. I've never been, but I love like this Latina Argentina vibe. People are, I think, very like in the good mood and dancing and stuff like that. I would love to ask you about some mental thing when the usual artist going through. So usually when I have like, not the best gig in my life, sometimes you have a situation when you're playing some gigs and like some set, and you see that the people are not like 100% in your vibe. You're playing some track, and after that I can feel like some anxiety and trying to find like the right vibe, the right way, and I don't know, accidentally trying to change the vibe, the track, and just put myself at this like black hole of the anxiety. How you handle this kind of situation when you, I don't know, see that people not on the same vibe with you?
I mean,
maybe
first
they
of all,
are.
you cannot make everyone happy. It's not always in your hands. You can try your best, but also you need to accept that like this is your job, and sometimes it cannot always be good. Like you have to accept also the down moments, so you appreciate the better moments more. And I don't know, I think sometimes you have to just keep yourself entertained, and if you think nothing is working, you just practice, you try. It's another challenge, and these things can happen.
No,
I'm not going home and like crying about a bad gig. Like they can happen.
Because when we talked with Borak, he said when he had a bad gig, he can close himself at the studio and just like thinking about it the whole time.
Not me.
No, just like Borak, just like me, and you like crying, closing the door, and just like.
No, it's super okay. It's not always gonna work. Sometimes it's early. Sometimes there's another event and people are tired, or sometimes it's empty. Anything can happen.
You just explain to yourself that there is like a reason that.
Or sometimes maybe you just pick the wrong tracks, and then you learn what mistakes you did.
Yeah.
And next time you don't do them, so it's okay. It's okay.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to think positive, especially the last time, because when I trying to overthinking always like how did I play, how the people are reacting, stuff like that. I
overthink maybe a bit before the show a little bit, but after it's done, like there's nothing you can do, like I usually like really relax, even if it's like some shitty thing happened or it didn't go as you wish, I usually have a little bit more like I'm a bit in the like I don't know, like a stupid person before the show sometimes. And, the minute I start playing, I relax and I try to have fun. And if people are not having fun, the first 15, 20 minutes of the DJ set is a little bit like fishing. You try other tracks, you try things, and you see if they catch the hook or what they like. And sometimes you click and sometimes you don't. But you try and you try other things and you have experience. You build experience. Okay, this kind of crowds, they didn't like this, but let me try this, and it's a learning experience. So you're just like you just started now.
So I think maybe
you're gonna have shitty gigs. Just embrace.
I think you're just calm by yourself, like as a person. I mean, yes.
Not always. Right? No, I'm really working on it. I'm a very impatient person, and like I'm not always calm, but I try to keep myself calm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's just like hard work on yourself that you have to teach yourself how to be calm.
I also have a therapist, and I don't drink caffeine a lot. Like, that's why I'm drinking matcha. Sometimes when I drink coffee, like I get anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I also try to be aware of what I consume, and like if I didn't sleep, I'm a more grumpy person and I have less tolerance. If I'm hungry, like, so it's a balance of all these things.
About the sleep situation. So I just like I worked till 5 a.m. today, and I slept like 4 hours, wake up and start doing all this stuff at home, and I'm thinking, oh my God, and I have to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow to fly to Miami. And oh my God, how I'm going to handle it. And I'm just like sleeping and thinking, But Elif has like the flight every 4 days. Like I have to ask how she's
You know what?
handle it.
Sometimes
How you handle
I
it.
run into colleagues and they're like, "Oh, this summer I have like this many shows," and when I like get anxiety about how am I gonna do them, I'm like, "Elif can do it, you can do it. Like you're my spirit animal." You know, Frida Darko. She told me this in Fusion. It was like so funny. It's like she can do it, I can do it. She's like, "You motivate me. You're my spirit animal."
You look like a fighter. You look like a Mulan. You know,
I am a fighter.
You're like, shit, gig. It's okay. Gig pass. Just 5 flights in the week. 5 flights in the week. It's okay. So, how you gonna? You said that you need sleep. Every person needs a sleep, like to feel like yourself good,
like tolerant and in a good mood.
But when you have a tour, when you're a DJ, is some.
I really prioritize sleep. I really prioritize sleep. Like I have my eye mask. I have my earplugs. I have my like sleep teas,
melatonin, like something to
let's say natural melatonin. Not
yes,
I'm
we
not
remember
taking,
no caffeine, no.
Yeah, because I'm also very sensitive. Like if I drink coffee after a certain time, I can't fall asleep, and so also melatonin. Like I have to be careful. I'm very sensitive, so I like it took me some time, but now I know how to like put myself to sleep or when I should take a nap and how to beat the jet lag, and so I got more experience with this stuff.
So you are your manager. It's you're taking care of when you like flying from city to city to make sure that you have a time to sleep, that you have a.
It's not always like you don't always have time to sleep. Sometimes you don't even time to open the bed. But no, we try to make it work. I'm like, okay, in this flight, like I'm gonna be sleepless, so let's get a comfortable seat. But like this one, it doesn't matter. Let's just have a late checkout, and I can also sit there because I will be awake. You know, like you have to think about these things.
So you're not drinking alcohol, or you're drinking alcohol?
I drink sometimes. Yeah, I didn't drink for many years, and then I started drinking a little bit of champagne.
I'm not drinking 7 days. I'm not drinking 7 days.
No, I'm not I'm definitely not drinking 7 days. Like I'm drinking not a lot. But yeah, I like you cannot drink party every night and then take a flight the next day, and it's just too much. I mean, even if you physically can, like you shouldn't. It's bad for you. So.
No, that's why when I came to the music industry, I realized that I'm not as the other artists who doing like bad things. Because I understand that I have to taking care of my body, of my health, because when I'm not sleeping, I can get sick very quick. It's my normal thing. So I have to like drink less and like taking care of like what I'm eating and stuff like that. How many hours I'm sleeping. So, and I'm not touring yet, you know. So that's why I'm like asking you how you handling all this like food, sleep thing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have my little tips and tricks.
Tell us tips, please. Tips. What do you have? We're gonna.
I mean, I have my little bag, like I said, with my eye mask and earplugs and my teas and my decaf, decaf coffee things. And yeah, I travel with these things. I read a book in the flight if I need to sleep, and I also like to read. But yeah, it's better than like looking at your phone and like not being able to sleep. And yeah, I'm also aware of what I'm eating and just trying to be healthy in a way. Like I went to yoga this morning. Like for example, when I stay here, I always go to the same yoga studio, and the teacher like recognizes me. Aww. Because I this is in my routine.
It's your routine, yes.
If it's a hotel, I try to go to the gym. And for example, when I go to Mexico City, there's an amazing yoga studio that I like, and I always try to stay close to it, and I go to the class. The same in like here in New York, you know. I try to, because at some point you need to accept that this is your routine. So like you cannot act like, okay, I'm in a new place and like, okay, I came to LA for the 25th time, you know, I'm not gonna do the touristy thing. I just have to have my schedule, like my normal life here.
It's so interesting because I've never think about it as well, because I was thinking you have a tour, la la. I mean, not you, but all the artists. But right now, when you said that you can create this routine even when you have a tour, like when you come into New York, you can go to the gym like after your hotel.
I mean, obviously not always. Sometimes you have back-to-back shows and you cannot. But also when you come to this part of the world, you usually have 4 or 5 days between the weekends, so you also have some time. Like, for me, it doesn't make sense to fly back to Europe for 5 days and come back here. I know there are artists who do that, but I don't want to do that to my body.
Yeah.
But also, like I said, I can keep my routines also here during traveling.
It's very smart.
This is what I'm trying to do. Obviously, it doesn't always work, but sometimes I go to a new place and I'm like, fuck yoga, you know, like I'm gonna explore the city. It's a new place. But if I'm coming to LA for the 25th time, like, you know, I'm done sightseeing. So I'm just gonna try to keep my body healthy. And like this morning, I woke up at 5. I answered some emails. I went to like a 7:50 yoga class.
It's like a regular thing to wake up at 5, or
no, it's not. But come on, I'm in this part of the world, and of course, my clock is still kind of in Europe. Usually, I adjust faster, but I was like not touring a lot for 1.5 months, and I was in Europe. I didn't go anywhere, so like I really got into the time zone of Europe. Yes. So I'm here in this part of the world since 1 week, and it's still easier for me to like wake up earlier. Also, like after the party on Saturday, I don't know when I could go to sleep. So like Sunday was super lazy, and then I passed out before 12. And it's good to wake up early here, because then you catch the business day in Europe.
Yeah.
Because all my team is in Europe right now. So
how many people do you have in your team?
Okay, let's see. I have
let's count.
I have a booking agent. I have in my management team, like Tabitha was taking care of music side of things, Claudia and Ilaria like coordinating things.
Wow, so many.
And Alex is like the head, and I have Rosa who's doing like social media, and Marie who's doing the videos.
Elif, if you need my fingers.
And I have my really good friend who's doing logistics for me. And then I have 3 more friends who are helping with the artworks and everything of the label. I think, and I also have the PR in Jukebox PR. There's like 3-4 people working for me, so it's around 14 people, if I'm not forgetting anyone.
Have you ever imagined like
I also had like a personal assistant, but she quit last month. So
why?
It was a lot. First of all, like she was helping me with the label, and she was doing my logistics, and she was also my personal assistant, and it was just a lot of work. And yeah, it was a lot for her. Yeah, she had to take a break. And I'm also a very demanding person. Like I need everything to be done.
So you're very strict. You're very like asking.
Not strict. I'm pretty flexible and understanding, but I also don't take bullshit. Like if I want something, I want it properly.
So you don't have a.
I'm gonna give you feedback until you do it right.
So you don't have a personal assistant right now?
No.
You're looking for?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to like do without one, because right now, like I said, my management team is like a huge team, so there's a person to help with everything. So the last month was basically trying to delegate my assistant's work to the management team, and until now they're taking care of everything.
Have you ever imagined 5 years ago that you have 14 people in your team?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's huge. It's cool. And do you feel yourself good to have like big team around you, like a big help from them, or how you managing like everyone? You controlling, or they're controlling by itself?
I think mostly I'm controlling.
You control your life. You love to control.
Yeah. I think it's mostly me.
Interesting. So we saying hi to all the Elif team, all the 14 people. She's safe. She drink matcha. It's warm here, no worries. Because I was very positivity impressed by one of the girl manager that I was talking by email, and she was like, please, can you like this? She's very polite, but I understand that
I think
she's
she's my friend.
I don't know.
Oh no, that's Rosa. Okay,
I'm sorry, she just don't remember who is from the 14 people.
No, Rosa. Yeah, she's amazing. She's actually she just moved to Barcelona and she just joined the team and she's saving my life. She's amazing.
So cool that she at the same time she was very polite and kind to me.
She's incredible.
But at the same time she just like make sure that I'm gonna bring matcha to you, that we're gonna talk about your label and stuff like that. I'm like, such a great manager. I love it. Like a win-win situation.
Yeah, she's great.
You said that before you start DJing, you have like a trip to this party to this party. You had a lot of connections. How important for the artist to have really personal connections to the people who run the events, who run the festivals? How is it important?
It can be important, but it's not the big deal if you don't have it. I think there's like different kind of artists. Not every artist is gonna get gigs because they're like a super social butterfly. Some are gonna be amazing in the studio, and someday a DJ is gonna just discover them and just gonna put them in the stage. So if you're an introvert, you don't need to push yourself to meet people. You just focus on what's your strength and you strengthen it more. And if you're a social butterfly naturally, just do it, because it cannot be bad. I mean, obviously it can be bad if you don't know your boundaries, but I think if it's not in you, you don't have to say, but I don't have a, like it's not an excuse to say I can't do it. There's other ways also, but obviously having a personal relationship is gonna help. But also, if you know these people and then if you're too pushy, then it's also not good. So you also need to know how to manage balance. This personal relationship. Like I have a lot of promoter friends. Mm-hmm. I never ask any of my promoter friends to book me, but I'm naturally friends with them because when I go, we spend time and but I'm not like using this friendship for my
book me please.
No.
Yeah.
So I think if you are comfortable and if you really like, you can be friends with these people, but don't be like, okay, I need to be friends with these people because maybe they book me. I think if you approach someone like that, I think they can even sense it. So it's better not to approach at all and just do your music and just, you can also have a really good network online.
Have you ever
I met a lot of people on Instagram without actually seeing them. I feel like they're my friends, and sometimes I go to their city and we meet, but you don't really need to be out and talking to everyone. You just do the good music, and the rest, whatever your strength is, maybe you're strong in social media, maybe you're strong in person and you're just social butterfly and you connect with everyone. Or maybe you're just a very good business mind and you make your music and you find the right way to promote it, and you don't need to just have a cool vibe with the promoter.
What is your strength sides?
I think I'm disciplined and I'm organized.
I see
and
that.
I'm hardworking.
Because when we talked to Borak, he said that Elif is one of the most hard worker that he ever met. You are.
This is true.
So you think that this is your strength sides and it's helped you
as
an
because
artist
sometimes I'm social, sometimes I can be really grumpy and not social, so I cannot say it's my strength. Sometimes I'm like, but
depends
sometimes it depends on my mood, so I'm not gonna say it's my biggest strength. Sometimes I can be not very likable.
What mood do you have right now?
I think I'm okay. I'm talking because sometimes I don't have the energy to talk. Like this morning, I was like, I hope today I have the energy to talk.
I hope the Leisan have a luck.
Maybe it's too much. How long it has been? Did we already pass 1 hour?
20 minutes.
50. Okay.
I have to say about something, because your friend's manager there said that we have to talk about your new release.
Which one?
I don't
Maybe
remember.
there's one. No, when I don't honestly, I don't know my release schedule right now. Maybe she's talking about the Watergate one, but it's not released yet.
But it will be some. Do you have any future releases
Yeah,
on your label or not?
on my label. I just released in February. It's not really new. We released like I must have lost my mind, but I just released like a 17 track VA.
Oh wow.
Yes, a huge compilation, and I also released a track there, but that was in February. And then I think this month, what day is it today?
Today is Monday.
No, like
March
what
18.
day? 18. Okay, I think next week I have a remix coming out.
A remix for which track?
I remixed Moulinex and GPU Panic.
Oh.
Yes, and they already released, I think, their original on Watergate. And I think this week we're gonna release the remix. I really like it. I made it in like last year, and then it was like last minute. I was like, you have to send the pre-master today, and I was like trying to finish it before going on tour, and then they were like, okay, sorry, we have to wait for the other remix. We'll give you a release date. So it took them months, and now we're finally releasing it.
Oh, congratulations!
It's been months, but yeah,
what the label?
It's Watergate.
Watergate.
Yeah, it's a German label and a club also.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. This is coming, and then I also remixed for a German label, another German label. So Watergate is from Watergate.
Yes.
And I made another remix for Kiosk ID, which is from Qatar Blau.
Oh wow.
So there I remixed some super talented Argentinian friends, Last Man on Earth and Augustin Giri. And this one was also like, hey, you have to send soon. But then they also changed I don't even know the release date.
Yes.
And I also remixed Husa Zeyda, like super talented Egyptian friends. And I think that's it for now. Yes.
But it's a lot. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
You releasing like every month?
No. But
every 2
with
months?
the label, yes, label we release every month. But honestly, I haven't released an original just from me since September. I released the first EP was from me.
Yeah.
And since then I released some collabs, but it's been a while actually. I started a new project and let's make a track, because I've been very busy, and I got this super amazing remix offers, and also for me, because I'm not coming from I love remixes, because I'm not coming from like a musical background. So for me, just taking a track and making it like more like my sound and something I would play.
New breath, new vision.
Yeah, it's easier, it's faster, and I actually really love doing it. But yeah, when I go back, I should start some originals. I just rented a studio outside of my house for the first time. And I'm still getting used to waking up in the morning and going to studio. And honestly, in the last months I've been so busy with the label work and my assistant leaving, delegating all the work and everything. I couldn't go to the studio as much as I wanted, and I just had to finish these remix projects and back on the road.
When you will be back to your home?
I'm going end of this month for 4 days. Then I have a 3-week Asia tour, and then after that I'm coming to Brazil, then back to Europe, then another 3 weeks Colombia, Mexico.
Everything.
Yeah, because it's also a lot of planning, all the tickets. I have to think how to do the time zone switches, because it's gonna be crazy. But it's really good shows that normally I would be okay, I'm not gonna fly back to Europe for one show and come back, but it's really good shows and some new places, so it's exciting, and I'm gonna power through and do it. I've been resting for 1.5 months. I'm ready.
Oh, but you just saying I'm going there. I'm just really, really happy for you that you have so many shows in different countries, because I think when you are an artist, it's such a blast to have a possibility to show your music, show the music from your label to people from all over the world. it's like priceless. If right now someone's watching us who just start their music career or they want to be like producers or DJs, what the 3 tips you would love to give them as an artist with a big experience?
I don't have big experience, huh?
Not the big, but it's rich experience.
Like in the last years,
not
I
long,
played a lot,
big.
but like it's not like decades, So I consider myself still learning, and I think it's a good approach. Maybe it could be one of the tips that like
continue
never
to learn,
stop learning. Yeah, and I think also always remember why you're doing it. Like sometimes you can be like, the crowd is like this and but at the end you're getting paid to play music. Like, come on, enjoy it, don't be grumpy. And what else I could say? Yeah, maybe for me this was also like, if I would probably say this to myself a couple of years ago, but just be patient and enjoy the ride.
It's so cool because a lot of artists say the same thing about to be patient.
Yeah.
Like just using, he came to the last episode to me and he's playing music like 15 years or something, and he's just like patient. Just have a patience and everything will come.
And it's also good. Like, I don't think it's such a good thing to have everything at once. It's good to have like, because it's at the end, you're not trying to climb a mountain, you're trying to enjoy the views. So just like have some good shows, have some bad shows which make you appreciate the good ones, and you still get paid. And sometimes you don't get paid, but like things happen. You miss a flight, you miss a show, and these things can happen. But in the long run, these are little things that can happen. Maybe you won't remember at the end. Just enjoy.
I wish I have someday your confidence and your calmness to like accept all the bad and good things, because sometimes I'm like, but it's just me.
Maybe my team is watching, like, she's not calm.
She's lying.
No, like,
she's lying.
I mean, obviously I'm calm, but I'm also.
But you're working on it.
I also take things seriously, but you have to take things until a certain point seriously, and then you have to remember that it's just entertainment business. Of course, take it seriously, but also it's not the end of the world. I want to do things like properly, and like I try to make everyone around me work in the same way, and I'm really happy to find the people who understand me and appreciate it and work with me. But yeah, I'm not like, oh, okay, it's fine. No, like if I don't like something,
you say no. Yeah.
But if it's something that's already passed, like, you're not gonna bring anything like rewinding the memories. You can just learn from it and move on.
I love it. I love your mindset. If you think that you're a good fit as an assistant for Elif, please, we will leave an email.
I actually need a tour manager.
Or you're a tour manager. Who knows? Maybe. Thank you so much for coming. I wish you a good train trip tomorrow to San Diego.
Thank you.
And wish you good luck with your label.
Likewise.
Because even if you said that you are not scared or whatever, I think it's still like a big thing. It's a big thing for...
No, I was scared before opening it. Now I'm like...
Not right now.
No,
but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And thank you so much for coming. We are all proud of you. Borak, we're saying hi to you. Thank you for a leave. And yeah, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.